Hello everybody, good morning. Is the audibility absolutely fine to each and every one of you? Am I audible to each and every one of you? Please check this. Is the audibility absolutely fine? Fine, let me check at RBS search channel.
To each and every one of you, please check this.
Right, so I think the audibility is absolutely fine at RBS search channel.
Fine, let me check.
Let me check at Creatrix as well. Is the audibility absolutely perfect over there as well? So let's see this.
As well.
Great, absolutely. So the audibility is absolutely fine on both the channels, and I guess we should start today's session, right? Shall we? Great. Ranit Das, sir, how to overcome fear and anxiety in these times? How we should overcome fear? By surpassing fear. And how do we surpass fear? By acquiring more skills. And then in these times, just a minute, I'll justify this point. So how to surpass fear and anxiety during this time? It means I think you're talking about this grim time of COVID, right? So I have a statement for you written by Epictetus in Discourse. I'll talk about that just a minute. Ranit Das, I'll come back to this, right? The statement was written by Epictetus long back in Discourses. So I'll talk about that. But I'll give you an answer, don't worry. So shall we start? Is everybody fine? Is everybody ready? So this is the session we are about to start. As I promised you guys earlier as well, especially to all the aspirants of GATE 2021, that I'll be taking sessions on 9 days till 30th of January. 2 sessions, at least 2 sessions per day. That pans out to be 9 into 2, that is 18 sessions in 9 days. 18 sessions, and the one session on an average was 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it is somewhere around 30 to 36 hours. Other than this, I have already taken many extra classes as well, special classes as well. And today in the morning, this video was available from 7 in the morning. How many of you watched this video? Be a storm walker. This video is available on FT Express. If you haven't watched the video, you can watch this video. Once again, other than this, I have promised you guys one more thing, that I'll be taking a more dedicated, a few more classes, dedicated classes, especially for the students, for the GATE 2021 aspirants, and that will be absolutely free, and that will be available on an Unacademy app. And the name of the session is the best of GATE aptitude. We're going to start this session today itself, and it will be on 28th of January, that is today, at 2 p.m. So I'll be starting this session today from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure that you should not miss this. You just need to install the Unacademy app, and this session is freely available to you guys. I'll be taking this session, the best of GATE aptitude, today, tomorrow, and after that. So these 6-hour sessions, if you are a genuine aspirant, if you really want to score really good marks, if you think as if that I can block these 6 hours, I think you should do that, right? The only thing is, and anyways, like I will be taking session at 8 in the morning and 10 in the evening, that is for sure. Other than these sessions, I've already planned 2 more sessions on 2 special classes on Friday as well. And apart from these sessions, I'll be taking 6 hours on Unacademy app. That will be absolutely free. Fine, that is from my side. So do make sure in this particular session, sir, what we're going to discuss, I will be discussing some very good quality questions which already came in your GATE exam, which my expected questions are, and the strategies. So I'll be discussing these 3 points precisely during these 6 hours. So do make sure that you don't miss this. Now, last night we had a discussion. Last night, it means yesterday, we from 10 to 12 we had a discussion on verbals. So tonight, this will be my 7th session. So today it will be 7th session of quant and graph, and 7th session of verbal and reasoning. Even before starting the session, how many of you have attended all the session? If for some reason could not able to attend the live, sir, I have watched your videos later on. How many of you are saying that, sir, I have watched all the videos, 6 quantitative aptitude, 6 quant and graph videos, 6 verbal and reasoning video, and this is the 7th one. And not just this, I have also watched the special classes as well. How many of you have done this? Great, good to see. Ranit, Pratik, Mohit, many, Garima, Amardeep, Satyajit, Rajesh, Sandeep, absolutely perfect, right? So those people who have watched all the videos, are you guys feeling somewhat confident? Are you guys feeling somewhat confident in GATE Aptitude 2021? Right? Irrespective of the fact whether earlier you've started the GATE Aptitude or not, because when I started this, I told you guys categorically that yes, even if you don't have any idea of GATE Aptitude, mark my words, once I'm done with this, you will definitely feel extremely confident that you can score very well in GATE Aptitude, right? Good to hear that. Still lots of stuff we are left with. This is 7 classes. After this, I'm going to take 2 more quant session and 2 more verbal session. And other than this, I'll be taking a few special classes on YouTube and these 6-hour special classes on Unacademy app as well. These are my credentials. These are my credentials. I have been teaching students for the past 10 years, especially to CAT aspirants, GATE aspirants, GATE Aptitude aspirants, and banking and SSC students. So I have been teaching for the past 10 years. Today at 2 p.m. I'll be taking the special class on Unacademy app that will be absolutely free from 2 to 4. Today, tomorrow and day after. So what you guys can do, you can install Unacademy app. You can categorically see there are 2 different kinds of courses. First is absolutely free. I'm going to bring free courses in the month of February as well, and the paid courses are also there. Paid subscription of Plus. I'll be bringing you guys paid and free subscription from the month of February itself. So get ready with the Unacademy app, make your account, and so that you can proceed ASAP. With the Plus subscription, you're going to get live classes, weekly tests, and the tests are quite innovative. And other than that, it is bilingual, so linguistics won't be any bar. I personally prefer Iconic because of a dedicated mentorship. That is very, very important. For example, a new batch has already started on 25th of January for mechanical, civil and chemical engineering students. So over there, you can use my code ST26 and you can avail the maximum benefit. ST is Saurabh Thakur, 26 is my date of birth. So this is for GATE 2022. Other than this, GATE 23 as well, mechanical and civil engineering. So once again, you can use this code ST26. Both these batches have already started on 25th of January. You can avail the maximum benefit, right? Sir, you said that I should install the app. There you will be providing free classes, free courses, and paid classes are also available, right? Absolutely. Sir, how can I avail the maximum benefit of the paid classes? The best part of the app, what I like is, for example, if anybody has subscribed for the Plus subscription or Iconic subscription, whosoever teacher is there in this particular vertical, a student has got absolute freedom to watch any of the videos. That is the best thing. That is what in real terms democratization of education is, right? And similarly for Iconic subscription as well, you can use the code ST26 for the maximum benefit, right? Sir, whichever course you are bringing, how am I supposed to know which course you are bringing? You can follow me on Unacademy app, Saurabh123 Thakur 251681. Here you can get all the notifications, free class, free course, paid class and paid course. So all these things you can see, right? The notes you will get today is before this, the notes have been sent at Apti Express, and other than this, Saurabh sir official, right? So I think this is good enough information. I think we should start today's session, shall we? Is everybody ready for today's class? Log, and I'll take log and profit loss. Today we'll take profit loss, don't worry, right? Great. So even before starting today's class, Ranit had a doubt. Sir, what was the doubt? Sir, what we can do during these tough times? Ranit, prior to this, and not just Ranit, each one of you, but Ranit had asked this question. Before this class, I've already told you I love reading Stoicism, Taoism, Confucius teaching, Aristotle's teaching, and all those people's teaching. Epictetus, in his discourse, this is what he said: the chief task in life is simply to identify and separate matters which are under our control and which are beyond our control. The chief task in life is simply to identify and separate matters based on what is in your control and what is beyond your control. And then he asked, I should look for good or evil, but where? The things which is in my control or in the external environment. Where the things are in your control, try to control your actions, and where things are beyond your control, try to control your response, because any which ways you cannot able to do anything which is beyond your control. Confucius once said that the greatest glory is not in never falling, but every time, not in never falling, but every time we rise from our ashes. So do make sure that irrespective of the fact that you are on the very last lap of your preparation, you should give your best shot. Sir, you know what? At times, I feel extremely exhausted and extremely burnt out. Sir, how long should I walk? I want people to write in the comment box. I walk till I find my OSS. I want people to write this in the comment box. This is the promise you are doing on the YouTube right here, right now. I will walk till I find my OSS. I want the people to write this right here, right now. And then let's start today's session. Shall we? Absolutely, yes. So I will walk till I'll find my OSS. You need to find the OSS, your OSS, right? Great, let's start. If you guys remember, we had a discussion on percentage. So let's start today's session. We have already started percentage segment, and in percentage, this is, I'm sorry, actually I was testing the camera. So in percentage, this is what we've already discussed. Is it better now? I have made it absolutely black. Is it better? Is this screen better or the earlier one, the gray one? You can tell me. Percentage change, right? This is what I have told you, and each one of us, we know this. What is percentage change? Final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100 percentage, right? Because a few of you have commented that, sir, can we have a completely black screen, right? I watch my entire video once again. So every comment that you post, I go through those comments, like in case if anybody has faced any problem and all those things. So I saw like one of the student sent this comment twice. Sir, can we have a completely black screen? So this is what I gave. This is what I thought. So percentage change. I want the people to write this. This change is a neutral word that can be positive or negative, but I want the people to write something. This can be gain percentage, okay, or profit percentage. Both these words are absolutely same. Take your time, but write every single piece of information. What is this profit percentage or gain percentage? Selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100 percentage. We'll come to this point in a while. I want you people to put up a single star on this. And similarly, I want you guys to put up a double star on something which is called margin percentage. This is just a word for book entry, but I want you guys to write this margin percentage. What is a margin percentage? Margin percentage is selling price minus cost price upon selling price. This is the same thing what is called profit margin. I want the people to write both these things. So the percentage change is equals to final value minus initial value upon initial value into 100. Do make sure that you write every single piece of information. It will, you know, we need almost 90 minutes to next 120 minutes. Next 120 minutes is mine, right? So don't miss any single piece of information. Do make sure that you write everything, whatever I tell you. Is it fine, everybody? Has everybody written this? Great, absolutely. Great. Fine, I'll take spatial, don't worry. I will take spatial, I promised you guys I'll take it, right? Fine, so let's start with a very basic concept of graph. Like sir, even before starting the graph, let me tell you first. Even before starting the graph, see what happens. There are mainly four absolutely fundamental, four absolutely basic kind of graphs. Listen to this very, very carefully. When you say graphs, there are four absolutely basic and fundamental kind of graphs. What is the first one? The first one is called table graph. Okay. And what is a table graph? A table is given to you in the raw form. Let us suppose the four branches of your college: computer science, IT, mechanical and civil. Let us suppose computer science, mechanical, electronics and IT. These are the four branches. The name of these four branches are given. Furthermore, total number of boys and girls are given in all these branches, and These boys and girls, how many of them are veg and non-veg? So the raw data sheet has been given to you, and the sheet has been just given to you, and everything has been left to your conscience, how you deduce this data. So that is called table graph. This is the first basic graph called table graph. Next, other than this, the next kind of graph is called pie chart. Listen to this so that you can have a very basic idea. Even if you don't have any idea, this will help you to understand what kind of graphs are there, right? There are basically 4 fundamental graphs. Pie chart, what pie chart tells you? Even in yesterday's class, I told you that, for example, if you have 10,000, if you spend 10,000 rupees per month, let us suppose 25% of the amount you spend in room rent. So 25% of the amount you spend in room rent, right? Next 25% of the amount you spend in food. Next 20% amount you spend in fuel. And the final 30% amount is your miscellaneous expenditure. But here what we can see, we can clearly see the bifurcation of 10,000 rupees. So this kind of graph where you can, which helps you to understand the bifurcation of the money, this is called pie chart. It's just like a choco pie, right? So this is what we've understood from a pie chart. Great. Sir, is it important to write everything in percentage? No, percentage, degree, whatever you want. Third kind of graph is called bar graph. Third kind of graph is called bar graph. This is the third kind of fundamental graph. This is called bar graph. Now, what is this bar graph? Listen to this very, very carefully. This kind of graph is called bar graph. Let us suppose, we are talking about production of paddy, right? So in the year 2001, just whenever this kind of graph is given, check these two x's. This, let us suppose in the x-axis, it talks about number of years on the content, specific years, and this talks about the production of paddy. So let us suppose in the year 2001, the production of paddy was 25 ton. Just to make you understand that this is in ton. So 25 ton. In the very next year, the production was 50 ton. But unfortunately, because of scarcity of water, scarcity of rain, next year, 2003, the production of paddy reduced. And furthermore, it reduced to 10 ton. And because of above average monsoon, in the year 2005, the production was back in business. The production was really good. Even in this bar graph, you can clearly see that the production increased in the year from the year 2001 to 2002, and there is a clear-cut decrement in the year 2003. This graph also helps you to compare 2 or more successive or non-successive years. So bar graph also helps you in comparison. That is what the bar graph is. Always remember that the thickness of this bar graph is of no importance. What is important is its height. Whether you want to check these skyscrapers on y-axis, and then there are certain other ways of drawing this. We can draw it like this as well, so that you can measure it on x-axis. Other than this particular graph, when you talk about the consecutive year, this kind of graph is called YOY graph. I want you people to write this. A YOY graph is a year on year or year to year graph. It means that, sir, if the person who has given the graph, let us suppose if he would have given only the very first year, and just beside the graph, if the person has written it's a YOY graph, it is for you to understand that the very next one is 2002, 2003, 2004 and 2005. This kind of graph is called YOY. It means when you draw the consecutive years. What is QOQ graph? It is quarter on quarter or quarter to quarter graph. A quarter comprises of 1/4 of 12 months, that is 3 months. So a quarter has got how many months? 3 months. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Right? Is everybody absolutely fine? Great. Fine. Other than this, the final kind of graph is called line graph, and then we'll move to the questions. What is this line graph? Line graph also helps you to understand the slope. For example, let us suppose each one of you guys watch cricket. So let us suppose this x-axis represents number of overs and this represents number of runs, right? So India was cruising in the first 5 overs, but unfortunately they've lost 2 wickets, and that is why the run rate decreased, and it decreased furthermore. And then the last 10 overs, India really made some good runs. So here we can see that the slope can let us know the rate with which India has scored. These are the 4 fundamental graphs, because in your exam the margin is, the window is very small. You've got the window of only 10 questions, 5 to 6 questions from quant and 4 to 5 questions in verbal, and that is why I don't think you should expect any question which is not just up to the level of CAT. Forget about the level of CAT. The kind of DI and LR comes in CAT is entirely different. The level is altogether different. GATE is test of technical knowledge, and in that the add-on subject is aptitude. So what you can expect, mainly you can expect any of these 4 graphs and very basic questions. Percentage change, percentage growth. Sir, for example, let me justify this. Listen to this now. So let me take a question. This question was asked in your exam. This is not my question. This question was asked in your exam, right? So let's see this particular question. Yeah. I want the people to solve this once. Just a sec. Yeah. I want you guys to solve this once. This question came in the year 2012 and the paper was made by IIT Delhi. I want you people to solve this particular question. Give me the answer in next 2 minutes. Very basic percentage change questions, and you may expect similar kind of questions in your exam as well, right? Take 2 minutes. This particular session is very, very important because we'll be discussing percentage and its applications. Its application includes DI, right? Yeah, work and time I'll take, don't worry. Work and time and time per distance I'll take. We still have 2 days. We have 2 days, don't worry about it. We have 2 days, so we'll take that, don't worry. The spelling of OSS is OASIS. Let's start. So what is the answer? Go ahead, make it fast guys, make it fast. Make it fast. We need to cover a lot of stuffs. We need to cover a lot of questions. Make it fast, please. This particular question was asked in the year 2012. IIT Delhi has made this paper, but it's a very nice question. Make sure you don't miss this. It's a very basic percentage change question, right? So don't miss this question. Great. I think this much time is enough, right? So most of the people have got the answer, I feel, right? So most of the people have got the answer. I think we should discuss the question now. Shall we discuss? Shall we discuss now? Great. I think we should. What is written? The approximate percentage change of the monthly budget not spent on the approximate percentage, okay, of the monthly budget not spent on saving. Not spent on saving. What is the meaning of this? Other than this, if you add food, clothes, rent and other expenses. What did I say? Other than this, other than savings, if you add rest of the thing and divide it by total, what would be the percentage? That is it. Just to ease the calculation, you know what, we have double zeros throughout. Just remove this. We can always add these 2 zeros. That's not a problem. We can add 2 zeros later on. So this is 40, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105. So the total is 105. Great. Other than savings, so it means you can subtract 15. So what is that we are left with? 9090. And this is the percentage we are looking for. This is 6 by 7. Even before answering this, you know what, in any competitive exam, whosoever designs the paper, not even one single data or one single question is randomly selected. Sir, what does that mean? Let me justify my point. If you know 1 by 7 is a very important number. 1 by 7 is a very important number. Sir, why is it important? I'm not going to repeat this because it's because in your exam calculator is allowed. So I'm not going to repeat it. Just see this once, right? If you multiply this by 100, you will going to get this 1414.2857 percentage. I'm not going to write 100 all the way. We have understood this, right? So, sir, by writing this, what do you mean to say? I'll let you know. So 1 by 7 is 14.2857. Great. And then furthermore, if you want to see rest of the answers, let's see. This is 28.5714%. Furthermore, 42.8571%. Furthermore, 57.1428%. Furthermore, 71.428%. And even 85.7142%, and finally 100%. And then 100%. Why is that so? This is a very famous question. Usually these kind of questions are also asked at the time of interview. Listen to this very, very carefully. 1 by 7 is a very famous fraction. Why is it a famous fraction? It is called revolving fraction. But why? Because these numbers, listen to this, I'm going to say two different statements and you'll remember every single thing, whatever is written on board. So, it is called revolving fraction because immediately after 1 you'll see 4, after 4 you'll see 2, after 2 8, after 8 5, after 5 7, and after 7 once again 1 4 2 8 5 7 1 1 4 2 8 5 7 1 4 2 8 5 7 1. That is why it is called revolving fraction. Okay, that I've understood. Just for an example, 2 8, so 2 8, 5 7 1 4, here 4 2, 8 5 7 1 8 5 7 1. After this 5 7, 1 4 2 8 1 4 2 8. Sir, what you said I can able to understand, but how am I supposed to remember this? Listen to this. Listen to this very, very carefully. This is 7. What is the exact double of 7? Exact double of 7 is 14. What is the double of 14? 28. What is the double of 28? 56. 56, 57 is fine. So double of 7 is 14, double is 28, double is 57. Is it clear to all? Is it good enough to remember? So double of 7 is it fine, everybody? So double of 7 is 14, after that 28, and furthermore it is 57. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Now after this, sir, okay fine, I do remember the very first one, but I cannot able to remember all these numbers. Just once I'm going to tell you, and then because you've got Kelsey, right? So I'm not going to tell you any further. 14 into 2, 28. Start from this, 28 5 7 1 4. 14 into 3, 42. 42 8 5 7 1 8 5 7 1. 14 into 4, 57. It is 56, around about 57. 57 1 4 2 8. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I think this is fine. I'm repeating my 3 statements once again. Go ahead. Listen to this very, very carefully. Don't miss anything what I say. These 2 hours are mine. Right? So don't miss anything whatever I say. The very first thing I said, 1 by 7. For 1 by 7, I said it is a revolving fraction. 1 by 7 is equals to 14.2857, the very first statement. Second statement, 7, double of 7 is 14, double of 7 is 28, 28 double, 57. 56, 57, that's fine. After this, how to remember this? 14 into 1, so okay, fine. 14 into 28, write 28 and 28, 5, 7, 1, 4. 14 into 3, 42, and write all these answers. Fine, is it clear to each and every one of you? So not just in your exam, but in rest of the exams as well, even engineering services, or other than that, if you give SSC JE as well, in these kind of exams, these calculations are very, very important. So ultimately the answer to this question is 85.7142. There's no need to solve this, right? 85.7142, that is 86%. Was it clear to all? So what is the answer? This is the answer, 86%. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely fine. Fine. Shall we proceed further? Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the very next question. Right. So the next question was asked in the year 2013 when IIT Bombay made the paper. This is the question. 2013 IIT Bombay made the paper. You guys have got 2 minutes and I want an answer from your side. Make it fast, everybody. 2 minutes you have, make it fast. Make it fast, everybody. You need to solve this question in next 2 minutes. So you have got 2 minutes, go ahead. In 2013 IIT Mumbai gave this question. Very nice question. What are the answers? Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. We don't have enough time. We are running short of time. Make it fast. I want to cover as many things possible in these 2 hours. Right? As I told you earlier as well, today at 2, we're going to have a special class on Unacademy app that is absolutely free. Do make sure that you install and you reach to the class today at 2, tomorrow and day after that. I'll be taking 6-hour sessions, especially for 2021 aspirants. D, great. Fine, absolutely perfect. Let's move on then, right? The very first thing is, following table provided figure in rupees the annual expenditure. So we are talking about the expenditure, okay, fine, of a firm of 2 years, 2010 and 2011. This is what I say, it's a YOY graph. That is year on year or year to year graph. This is an year on year or a year to year graph, because the data that has been given to us is 2010 and 2011 data, right? Now, what they've asked, the 2 categories which have the same percentage change. Fabulous. Let's see. In 2011, which is the following 2 categories have registered the same percentage. Okay, let's see. Here we can see it is raw material, so it is from 52 to 62.4. That is 10.4. It means 20%. There is an increment of 20%. Okay. The next case, power and fuel, from 7070 to 94.5. So what is that? 35%. Okay. There is an increment of 35%. Right? I do believe that you have understood final value minus initial value, 94.5 minus 70. We already have discussed on all these things, right? Because in a week you are going to have your exam, so it is not possible to take everything right from scratch, but this is what we are doing, final value minus initial value. 90 to 126, it means there clear-cut increment of 40%. Okay. Right? Nice. So from 2020 to 25, there is an increment of 25%. And what is this? 15 to 90, 150 to 195. That is, what is the increment? 30%. Yeah, 30% increment is there. And finally, the last one, 22 to 26.4. That is, there is an increment of 20%. So it is absolutely clear that raw material and R&D, they have similar percentage increment. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Absolutely. This was a very straightforward question. This kind of, you know what you can expect, the similar level of difficulty in your exam. Very straightforward percentage change based questions, right? Is it clear to each and every one of you? How many of you have got the correct answers? How many of you have got the correct answer? Lizzie, Aman, Piyush, Manda, Rakesh, Kayum, Sonam, Disha. Great. Shubhangi, absolutely. So all these people have got the correct answer. Well done. Shall we move on to the next one? Shall we move on to the next one, next statement, next question? Let's take the next question. This question didn't come in your exam. This is my question. Listen to this very, very carefully. What I've done intentionally, I've given you some tough terms actually. Listen to this. This question was not, this question didn't come in your exam. This is my question. I have talked about 4 different companies, A, B, C and D. And then I've given you terms like sales, operating cost, interest cost and profit. Intentionally, I have given you guys these kind of terms. Although these terms are not that difficult to an MBA aspirant, but indeed they are difficult to GATE aspirant. But if you watch this closely, the kind of question I have given is not very tough. So then why have you given this particular question? I want you people to write this word, profitability. Many a times in competitive exam, when they ask about profitability, they don't tell you what exactly profitability means. I want you people to write this absolutely crisp, absolutely clear. What is profitability? Profitability is equals to profit upon sales. Many a times you will not see this, that they have given the meaning of profitability. I want you people to write this. What is profitability? Profitability is profit upon sales. Is it fine, everybody? Has everybody written that? Sir, and if we have been asked highest, these kind of things shows that the level of difficulty is The level of difficulty is not that high. Sir, why you're saying that? Because when you use the word highest, it is superlative degree. Listen to this very, very carefully. Anyways, I'm going to explain this question. Listen to this. Why I have taken this particular question. So you are saying that highest profitability, it means profit upon sales. If I say, right, first horizontal table, second, third and fourth. So I have named the first row, second row, third row and fourth. So it means fourth row, that is profit upon sales. Profit upon sales. Now listen to this. If you want to find the value for A, what exactly you are supposed to do? Listen to this very, very carefully. This is what you are supposed to do. 49,4914 upon 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. For B, what you are supposed to do? 4075. So this is 4075 upon 2, 5, 4, 6, 8. I'll explain you something. That is why I'm telling you, just focus on this. You can always use calculator. That's not a problem, right? We can always use calculator. For C, this is 4750. Divide by 23752. Right? And for the very last one, that is for D, 3946 upon this. 3946 upon 15782. Even before solving this, listen to this very, very carefully. Even before solving this, okay. Even before solving this, let us suppose, see, we can always use calculator, that is for fine. That is absolutely sure, right? We can use the calculator and we can find the answer. So, am I really concerned? Should I really be concerned about that? No. Each one of you, you know how to use calculator and how you can, and thus you can find the value. I'm not concerned about this. Let us suppose you have appeared in your exam and this very question came in your exam and you have got last 30 seconds and you still want to mark this answer. Now listen to this. These are some huge calculations. If you are left with only 30 seconds, listen to this very, very carefully. You can always divide this. That is why I have already written it. You can use calci and you can find the answer. That we can always do, but it will take somewhere around 2 minutes, right? Because these are some huge numbers. Let us suppose you have 30 seconds or probably less than that, 30 or 20 seconds. You just want to observe these numbers. First of all, listen to this very, very carefully. These are some huge numbers. So if you want to solve this, whatever change you do in DI, do it throughout. So what does that mean? Let us suppose I divide all the denominator by 1000. So what it becomes? 24.5, 23.7, 24.4 and 15.7. Sir, why have you done that? Just to make numbers smaller, more compact, and just to have a better understanding of the number. So I have got 24.5, 23.7, 24.5, 25.4 and 15.7. Is everybody fine till now? Is everybody fine till now? Has everybody understood every single thing? Right? Next. Because still the numerator is just too big. Let's divide the numerator by 100 throughout. 100, 100, 100 and 100. So what I have done, I have divided the numerator throughout by 100. Sir, what actually this gave you? This gave me a very good idea of 2 digit in the numerator, 2 digit in the denominator. Same cases with all these options. Is everybody, each and every one of you understood what I said till now? Is everybody with me? Right? The next point which I say to CAT students as well, and this is what I say. Use inequality. You are not here to find the exact answer. It's a competitive exam. Listen to this. This is 24, this 49. The value is round about 2, somewhere about 2. Because here we have been asked superlative degree. So what does that mean, sir? Because the value is 2, any answer which will come close to 2, I'm going to solve it, else and otherwise I'll leave it. For example, this is 25.4. The double of this would be 50. It is less than 50. I'm not even concerned about this. I already have a 2. I said 25.4, the double of this, because we already have a 2. Any answer which is going to challenge this, I'm going to solve that. Otherwise, I'll leave it. This is 23.7. The double of this would be somewhere around 47.5. Yes, this is also around about 2. Now, If the fourth answer is very less than 2, then I'm going to solve these two options. And if and otherwise, if it is far more than 2, then this will automatically become the answer, right? This is 15.7. Let me take 16. Just to have a very clear understanding. Even if I take 16 and even if I take 39.4, still I'm going to get 2.5. So by far this is the highest. Just observation based question. Have you understood every single piece of thing, whatever I said? Is everybody clear with every single piece of information, whatever I said? We can always divide it and we can always find the value. That's not a problem. If you have a calculator, why you cannot divide it? You can always divide it, right? The point is not to divide and still get the answer. What have we learned in this? Two things we've learned. First thing, whatever change you want to do it throughout. The second thing we've understood, use inequality, because this is not just data interpretation, this is data analysis, right? Have you understood this? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I can go far beyond this, but the time won't allow me, because in the next few days you're going to have an exam, right? So I can go much beyond this. I can teach you all the percentages as well. You can solve all these things in a much faster way. But because 4 or 5 days and within a week you have the exam, so there's no point taking all those things. Else and otherwise I could have, right? But still I think this is good enough. Still whatever I'm discussing, I feel it is good enough, right? Is it fine? And use inequality. So make a note of that use inequality in DI. Tell to your subconscious mind that I'm going to use inequality, right? Great. And by the way, this particular question came in one of the MBA entrance exams. So in MBA entrance exam, usually when they give a graph, a data, they don't give one single question. They prefer giving multiple questions. So this was the second question which was asked with the very same data, right? This was the data and this was the second question. Now look at this. What is that they've asked? They said if firm A acquires, just like Flipkart acquires Myntra, like Walmart doesn't actually acquire Flipkart. Walmart actually bought stake in Walmart actually bought stake in Flipkart, that is around about 76% stake. Acquisition, I'm talking about mergers and acquisitions actually. The discipline is called MA, mergers and acquisitions, right? So firm A acquire firm B, okay? After this, what percentage of the total market sales they cornered together? Listen to this very, very important point. So total market sale, listen to this. You mean to say that you want to add this and you want to divide it by this. Can you see this? I have given you guys total as well. All these things, they actually show that the level of difficulty has been diluted. Who gave you total, man? Because I have to give question to GATE aptitude aspirants. That is why I have diluted this. Otherwise, if provided a chance, if I would have given this question to MBA students, I would not have given this column, right? So the point is, the examiner want you guys to add these two numbers. What they want us to add 2, 4, 5. I'm adding this number 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and then this number plus 2, 5, 4, 6, 8, and divided by 8, 9, 5, 7, 0. Sir, this is easy. Yes, indeed, this is easy. And if you have a calculator, this becomes much easier. But listen to this. Calci is not right now required. Why it is not required? Listen to this. Let's take a decimal over here. Whatever change you want, do it throughout. So this becomes 24.5 and this 25.4. So round about 25 plus 25, that is 50. Okay. This is 89.5, that is around about 90. So 1 by 9 is 11.55% into 5, 55.55. Any answer which is 55.55, 56, that's the correct answer. This is the correct answer. This took us barely 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds in fact. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Because although calculator is allowed and probably by this time you have already made a habit of using the calculator, but you know what, in actual examination you don't get that much time to use calculator for every single question. That is the reality, but that's fine. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Shall I consider that each and every one of you understood? Right, great. Right, so this is what we can do: 24.5, 25.4 and 89.5. We've got the answer 50 upon 90. 1 by 9 is 11.11, so 5 by 9 would be 55.55. Right? Yeah, I will be starting the detailed course in the month of February, right? Fine, I think we should start then. Let's take another graph. No, before this, I need to teach you guys something. I need to tell you guys something. Let's understand something else. I'll be taking a particular kind of graph that has been part of your GATE paper for quite a while. It's a very easy graph. The theory which I am about to discuss, very basic theory, very fundamental ABC theory. Listen to this absolutely, with complete focus. It's a very easy and this can fetch you very good 1 mark. Listen to this. The theory which I am about to say is valid in case of graph or set theory or probability as well or AP as well, arithmetic progression as well. Listen to this. In case of set theory, listen to this. This is very, very important part, right? In set theory, when we start this topic, how we actually start this topic? We start this topic like this. I'm talking about Venn diagram or Euler Venn diagram. Let us suppose there is a teacher and he gave question to the entire class, right? And all the students have appeared in the paper, the mathematics paper, and this is what has happened. I have drawn a circle. Listen to this very, very carefully, right? I have drawn a circle. Sir, what this circle signifies? I'll tell you. The circle signifies NM. Sir, what does that mean? Number of students passed in mathematics. Sir, what is this N? From English perspective, if you're talking, then it is called cardinal numbers or cardinals. And from grammatical perspective, actually there are two kinds of numbers. First is cardinal and the other one is ordinal. She secured the first rank. She secured the second rank. First, second, third, fourth. When you talk about the position, this is called ordinal. And when you talk about the number, there are 10 students in the class. Right now, how many students are there? 200 plus students are there in the class. So this is called cardinal. So when you talk about number, this is cardinal. When you talk about position, that is called ordinal. That is called ordinal. O-R-D-I-N-A-L. This is ordinal, right? So in set theory, we don't talk about ordinals, we talk about cardinals. So this stands for cardinal, right? So actually what happens, when we draw this, listen to this very, very carefully. It's very simple, very, very simple point, right? So we say that, let us suppose there are 10 students in the class. And if I say only 7 students could able to clear the maths paper. So when I draw n of m, what I want to convey is all those students who have cleared the paper, they have to come within the circle. And what is this? Why we should keep on writing n of m? We have understood, we have done enough of this kind of stuff in our school days, right? Let's write directly m. We have written enough of n of m in our school days and college days, that's fine. So it means that those students who have cleared the paper, they must come under this. And everything outside this circle tells us that these are those students who unfortunately could not able to pass the paper. So how we can draw the entire world? So to draw the entire world, we draw a rectangle. To draw the entire world, we draw a rectangle, and this rectangle is called universal set. And what this universal set represents? This represents m bar or m complement or m dash. Those students who failed in mathematics. This represents those students who failed in mathematics. What exactly it represents? This portion. Anything that is outside the circle of m. This represents those students who failed in mathematics. So this is a very basic point. Now let's see. Let us suppose this time the teacher has taken 2 tests. And this represents the number of students who passed in mathematics, right? And this represents the number of students who pass in physics. As I told you guys earlier as well, we know all these things, right? Let me write M. Let me write P. Listen to this. So this is A, B, okay? This is X. I want the people to write every single piece of thing, but let me explain this first. This is N. Sir, what is this A? And to what extent are you considering A? Even before A, this circle represents all those students who passed in mathematics. This circle represents all those students who passed in physics. And when I'm saying A, this is what I actually mean. This. Okay, this is what you mean. It means A represents those students who passed only in mathematics. In set theory, probability and AP and this topic and syllogism, when you use the word only, it has got a definite meaning to it. When you say that this represents those people who passed only in mathematics, it means these are those guys who passed in mathematics but at the very same time they failed in physics. This represents those students who passed in mathematics but at the same time they failed in physics. Don't miss anything whatever I say, because I cannot able to repeat anything because we have a definite span of time, right? So A represents those students who could able to pass only in mathematics, not in physics. Similarly, this B, I want you people to draw it like this only, right? Use multiple colors so that it will be clear to you guys. So if you don't have multiple colors, so you can draw different signs. What this B signifies? Those people who could able to clear only physics. That is this. Even if I wanted to write only physics, intentionally I have written M first. Because I always say, whatever you write, try to write in a symmetrical form. So that your brain, unnecessarily don't get flabbergasted. You can able to understand, you can able to decipher the information at a much quicker pace. If you read any book on study techniques, if you read any book on power of subconscious mind, you'll understand that when the things are symmetrical, you can able to, chunk more information. That is why we do meditation. What exactly meditation does? This is cortex. There is a neocortical layer. So the cortical layer, the folding of cortex increases. That in science is called gyrification. The folding of cortex increases every time when you do meditation. That is why anyone should do meditation. Even if you don't know, like even if you cannot sit like this, you know what? The crack is, you can sit on your study table, close your eyes, and you can do meditation for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So is it really useful? That is up to you to decipher. I am nobody to tell you this, but I can tell you as from Hinduism perspective as well as from science perspective that indeed it is useful. From inner peace to gyrification, the folding of cortex increases, and that directly influences your what? The retention of information. Let's come back to this, right? Are we together on this? Is each and every one of you? Yes, absolutely fine. So which part? This X, this is X, this X. This X is, these are those students who are passed in both the subjects. Both the subject, it means mathematics and physics. That's nice. And unfortunately, these are people like me who actually fail in both the subjects. This must have happened with you guys as well, especially in class test, right? In class test, this must have happened with you guys. So I can clearly understand that this A represents those students who pass only in mathematics. Great. Now let's see, just to have a better understanding of this, let me take a few values. Which color you want? Blue. Let us suppose this is 10. Is it visible? Yes, partially visible. Let us suppose this is 5. Let us suppose this n is 2. And let us suppose this x is equals to 5 as well. Right? And if we have been asked what? This, which I am about to write. Total number of students passed in mathematics. What was the basic definition? If you are passed in mathematics, you have to come within the circle of mathematics. And that is A plus X. Okay. Just listen to every single statement and it will be absolutely clear to you guys. So A plus X. A is 10, X is 5. Great. So this would be 10 plus 5. So there are 15 students who are passed in mathematics. If we have been asked total number of students who passed in physics, this would be B plus X. What is B? B is 5 and X is also 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. If we have been asked total number of students who are passed in exactly one subject, when we have been told exactly one subject, it means A plus B. This is what is telling exactly one subject. So A is 10, B is 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. If we have been asked to find total number of students who passed in at least one subject. Fourth, at least one subject. Listen to this very, very carefully. At least one subject. When you are saying this, it means at least one. It means if you are passed in mathematics, you must be failed in physics, or only physics, or both. That is A plus B plus X. So A plus B plus everything which comes under the circle. That is 10 plus 5 plus 5. The answer is 20. See the variable I'm writing. That variable is important. Total number of students who passed in at most one subject. At most. Maximum one subject. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. At most. Don't miss anything, whatever I say. At most one subject. So, failed in both the subjects. Passed in one subject. That's it. So this n plus A plus B. At most one subject. What is the value of n? A. 10, 5, 17. Okay. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Great. Absolutely correct. Right? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? We have understood up to this far, right? Is it clear, guys? I'll come to that. Don't worry. Now, before moving further, who asked total number of students? Pulkit. Yeah, Pulkit, just wait for a while. No, do kaise aaya nahi? I have taken example. I have taken these values as example, right? 10, 5, 5 and 2. I have taken these values as example. Now is it fine? I have taken these values as examples so that to make you understand the meaning of these things. Is it fine? Now, when we move to set theory, let's take the very same example. This represents number of students who passed in mathematics, number of students who passed in physics. So this is A, B, X and N. Coming to what Pulkit had asked. Always remember, listen to this very carefully. Always remember, whether it is 2 circle set theory or 3, 4 won't come in your exam. 4 comes in CAT and those exams. The different approach is slightly different. So in this case, always remember these kind of questions can be solved in just 2 steps. Always think about total number of students. If in a classroom a teacher gave all the students of a class appeared in 2 tests, maths and physics. So what can happen? It means it might be possible that a few of the students passed in exactly one subject, or very few, it might be possible passed in both subjects and some of them are failed in both subjects. That's it. That is the meaning of total. And if I ask you n of m, you would say a plus x, n of p, b plus x. That is, if you add these 2 circles, n of m plus n of p, this would mean a plus b plus 2x. Other than these 2 things, nothing is required. The kind of question which comes in your exam, other than these 2 things, nothing is required. Total and the circle. At times, individual value is good enough, or at times you need to add these 2 values. Other than this, nothing is required. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Any integration and all? What is that you've written? Sir, there is require any integration, and I cannot able to understand what you said. You are asking like, do we need to integrate? Is it what you're asking? Fine. In the previous case, someone asked about the previous case, the last case. I said I have taken 4 values, 10, 5, 5 and what is that? 2 as examples. This kind of pattern comes in your exam. That is why I have taken straight away the values. This kind of pattern, you can expect this kind of question in your exam, right? So that to solve these kind of questions, you must be aware of the terminologies. That's it. And very basic terminologies here. Total number of students passed in mathematics, a plus x. Everything that comes within this circle. Total number of students passed in physics, everything that comes within this circle. Total number of students passed in exactly one subject, A plus B. Total number of students passed in at least, not this, at least one subject, this, A plus B plus X. Total number of students passed in at most one subject. Now is it fine? At most one subject. Now is it fine? Is it clear, buddy? Okay, intersection, yeah. N is fair, yes, intersection. Is it fine, everybody? There are two people who are giving interview. The probability that one of the person gets selected is 1/2. The probability that the other person gets selected is 1/3. Find the probability that both of them could able to make it through the interview. This. Sir, this is same as probability. Yes. The probability that only the first person cracks the interview. This. The probability that only the second person cracks the interview. The probability that none of them could crack the interview. Absolutely. Is it fine, everybody? Considering the range 1 to 100. Considering the range 1 to 100. How many numbers are there which are divisible by 2 and 3? This. Considering the range 1 to 100, how many numbers are there which are divisible only by 2 but not 3? This. How many numbers are there which are divisible only by 3 but not 2? This. For the range of 1 to 100, how many numbers are there which are not divisible by, neither divisible by 2 nor by 3? This. Arithmetic progression. So set theory, arithmetic progression, probability. All three topics are interrelated. Are we getting this, whatever I said? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Which came in your exam. This was the question which came. What is this? Okay. No, just a minute. I need to clear the board. Just a minute. Yeah. Alright, now this is fine. Let's see this. This is the question which came in your exam, right? Let's discuss this. So this triangle represents teachers. Okay, you can read it later on. This triangle represents teachers. This rectangle represents administrators. And this circle represents researchers. This question came in the year 2019. IIT Madras has given the paper. What is that they are asking? Out of total number of people, okay, it means in the denominator you want total, okay. After that, the percentage, okay, you want your answer in percentage. Administrator, okay. So what is the percentage of administrators among total number of people? This is what they are asking. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it fine, everybody? Am I not audible? No, it's not possible. Of administrators I'm audible. Among total number of people. This is what. I think I'm audible, right? So, great. So, what is the total number of people? Listen to this. I am using red color. So, this is 70, 70, 10, 20, 20 and 40. This is about total number of people. Don't take this 10 twice. So, these are teachers and administrators. Same person is teacher and administrator. This person, these 70 people are only teachers. These 20 people are only administrators. These 40 people are only teachers, researchers. So still let me write this so that each and every one of you can understand. 70 plus 10 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 40. Great. And what else you want? Administrators. So where's administrators? 20 plus 20 plus 10. Let me write this so that everybody can understand. I think this is fine. So all in all, this is 70, 100, 160 and this is 50 upon 160. 50 upon 160. Just look at the option, the way they have given the option. It's very nice here. 1 by 6 is 6.25%. 5 by 16 is 6 into 30, 31.25%. So the answer pans out to be 31.25. Let's see, do we have any option? 31, here's the answer. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yeah, it is. It is, I guess, right? I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Is it fine? Is it fine, guys? Is it fine to each and every one of you? So the answer is 31.25%. Right? It's a very nice question. Let's take a similar question. Shall we proceed further? Shall we proceed further, everybody? Nice. This is the next question. This question was asked in the year 2016. ISC Bangalore made the paper. The Venn diagram shows the preference of the student population for leisure activities. So reading books, this is the number. Watching TV, okay, and play sports. What is that they're looking for? From the data, the number of students, here they're not asking about the percentage, the number. The number of students who like to read or play sports. We'll not only discuss this question, we will break this question into multiple parts. Now listen to this. Forget about this question. If the question would have been only read books, I have written in short RB. For read books, I have written RB. I am going to write TV and play sports. I am going to write PS. I want people to listen to this very, very carefully. Forget about this question. I'm not concerned about this. Read books. When I say read books, everything which comes under this, which is there in the circle. Still, I want you people to write this absolutely crisp and clearly. 7 plus 44. So that later on you can understand. 13 plus 12 plus 7 plus 44. Everything which is within the circle. I want you people to listen to this. Don't get defocused. Listen to every single piece of information, whatever I say. The information you don't care will not going to help you. Right? So listen to this very carefully. 13 plus 12 plus 7 plus 44. Great. So ultimately this is 40, 50, 60, 65, 69, 76. Great. So this is the answer we've got. Nice. The value is correct, right? 40, 50, 60, 65, 69. Yes, absolutely. Similarly, I want you people to give me the answer of this people. Total number of people who watch television and total number of people who play sports. I want the answer from your side. I'm not concerned about the question. I want my specific questions. I want answer for my very, very specific questions. Go ahead, make it fast, guys. Make it fast. Quick. Take 10 seconds and write the answers. Those people, those students who watch television and those students who play sports. Make it fast, please. Absolutely. Within a few questions, I'll clear every single doubt. Don't worry about it. Nice. So the total number of people who watch television, it means 9 plus 12 plus 7 plus 17, right? I'm not repeating the same thing like that, but 9 plus 12 plus 7 plus 17. Great. So this is 10, 20, 29, 38 and 7, 45. Absolutely fine. Total number of students who play sports. What is this? 44, 7, 17, 15. I'm repeating this. 44, everything that comes within the circle. 44, 7, 17, 15. Right? So this is 40, 50, 60, 67, 74, 78, 83. So this is the answer. I think absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Is it fine, guys? One of the guy asked regarding intersections. So now whatever I say, who was the kid who was asking for about the intersection? There was one kid. There was one guy who was asking about intersection. I cannot able to find your name. I'm really sorry for that. Let me explain this to you now. Now this will be clear to you guys. Let me take the second question. Here it will be clear to you. Total number of students who read books or watch TV. First of all, this is not intersection. This is union. Listen to this. I'm going to explain the first one and you have to find the second one. When we say this kind of statements, total number of students who watch, who read books or play TV. Read books or play TV, there's no meaning. Read books or watch TV. What is the meaning of this? Everything which comes under this is absolutely fine. And this as well. But you should not repeat it. Let's see. Let me write this. So this is, first I'm considering these values. 13 plus 12 plus 7 plus 44. When you say or, what is the meaning of this? It means we should consider those students who read books or watch TV or read books and watch TV. So everything which is within this. So 13, 12, 7, 44, 17 and 9. So this is 9 plus 17 as well. That's not a bad idea. So what is the answer? 40, 50, 60, 64, 67, 69, 76, 76 and what? 76, 83 and 9, 92 I guess. Please check the answer once. I want people to not just check the answer, but I want people to find two more answers for me. What are these two answers? Total number of students who watch TV or What is this? Play sports. I want you guys to find this answer and one more. Read books or play sports. Make it fast, guys. Take 15 seconds apiece and make it fast, please. Guys, make it fast, please. Are we going too fast? I'll talk about union. I'll talk about intersection. Right now I'm talking about union. Right? Garima, is it clear to each and every one of you? Are we going too fast? I'm just adding these numbers. That's it. Right? 102. Did I miss something? It might be possible I missed something. 40, 50, 60, 64, 67, 69, 76, 76, 84, and 92. Right. Alright. So 102. Okay, fine. It might be possible I have missed something. So that's fine. Let's come to the next one. So watch television or play sports. So I want to write this. Let me change the color actually here. Let me write these values first. When you say watch television, just see the values. 9 plus 12 plus 7 plus 17. Just see the values. 9, 12, 7, 17. This is what I've taken. And then play sports. These two values. 44 and 15. Okay. Is it fine? Just see the values I've taken. 9, 12, 7. Okay, that is the meaning of or. TV or play sports. Okay, fine. So this is 40, 50, 60. Let me see this. So this is 40, 50, 60, 70. This is 74, 79. This is 86, 86 and 93, 95 and this. 95 and 104, right. And similarly, read books or play sports. What is that I should take? Where's read books? This. 13 plus 12 plus 7 plus 44 plus what? 15 plus 17. Please add these numbers as well. And I hope and I believe that till this everything is clear. Is it fine to each and every one of you now? Yes, 104, absolutely. 104 was the answer. Yeah. And in this case, this is 40, 50, 60, 70, 74 and 3, 77, 84, 91, 93 and 5. Yes. 108, 108. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes, yes, yes. Now, your question was intersection. Now look at this. How many questions I have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have taken 6 questions. Let's take the seventh one. Now listen to this. Read books. I'm taking RB for read books, TV, and what did I say? PS for play sports. Now look at this. Total number of students who read books and watch TV. And is same as intersection. Read books, intersection TV. And intersection and multiplication are same. Read books multiplied. All these 3 points are absolutely same. So what is the meaning of this? I need to change the color. Listen to this. When you use the word intersection, it means this must be common between the two. So this is read books and this is watch TV. What is common? This 12 and 13. Is it clear, buddy? So the answer is 12 plus 7, that is 19. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Sir, which 12 have you taken? There's only one 12 actually. This 12 and this 7. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Let's see how much you guys have understood. I want people to find the remaining two. Watch TV and, that is intersection. What is this? Play sports. I want people to find the answer of this. Take 10 seconds and TV and read books. Play sports and read books. 10 seconds apiece. Take 20 seconds and mark the answer. Take 20 seconds and mark the answer. Make it fast, please. Yeah, absolutely. So TV and play sports. So this is TV and play sports. 17 plus 7. Alright? Absolutely. Right? So this is 17 plus 7. The answer must be 24. Play sports and I need to change the color. Play sports and what is this? Read books. So this play sports. So play sports and read books. So this is 44 plus 7, that is 51. I think now this is absolutely clear. Is it clear to each and every one of you? I have taken almost every single thing. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Let me ask the final question, the last one. If this question would have been, out of all these students, the 10th one, total number of students who read books and watch TV and play sports, then what would have been the answer? Intersection. Yeah. In this case, what should be the answer? Absolutely. The 7. So I have given answer to your doubt as well, right? Yeah, right now we don't have any data for the neither like the total number of students who don't read any book, not watch any TV and play sports. So that's something that comes out, out of these circles. So there is no data right now we have, right? But if any data would have been there, we would have taken that. Now is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Right. Now I think you can solve this. Okay, fine. Tell me the answer of this question. Either you will tell me or I will leave this question. Either you will tell me or we'll leave this question. What is written? From the data given, the number of students who like to read books or play sports. Go ahead, make it fast, guys. Either you will tell me the answer or we'll leave this question. What is the answer? Make it fast, everybody, please. We need to get going. Make it fast. Absolutely, right? We already had a discussion on this, right? 1-0. I want every single person to give me the answer. Right? Great, well done. 108. We already have discussed this. Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to the next one. Let's take the next question. Just a few minutes back, I have discussed about the pie chart, right? In the year 2019, who made the IIT Madras? IIT Madras made the paper, and this is what they gave. Listen to this very simple, absolutely simple question. Very simple. IIT Madras has given the question paper in the year 2019. Listen to this, what they said. These are the employees of a company. Let's see this. A firm hire employees at 5 different skill levels, P, Q, R, S, T. I'll ask you the question, very basic question, very basic question. Don't miss this. The shares of the employment at these skill levels of total employment in the year 2010. Okay, fine. So this graph is about 2010. Okay. This graph is about 2010. Okay. Is given in the pie chart. There were a total of 600 employees. Okay. So there were total 600 employees. If we want to find the value of each of them, we can find, right? What is the 10% of 600? 60. So what the 20% would be? 120. Anything? 20%? No. So 1/4 of this, 150, 150, 150. What is that I'm left with? 30. So in the year 2010, this was the bifurcation. In the year 2010, this was the bifurcation, right? In the year 2010, this was the bifurcation, right? Total 600 employees. And after that, what is written? In the year 2010, this was the case. And after that, what is written? The total number of employment increased by 15% in the year 2016. I want the people to let me know, when you say that in the year 2010, the total number of employees was 600 and this was the bifurcation. And then you are saying that the total number of employees increased in the year 2016 by 15%. So what is the total number of employees? I want the people to tell me the total number of employees. If you are saying that it increased by 15%, very basic point here. 10% of 600 is 60, so 90, it increased by 90. It increased by 90, so total number of employees are 690. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Let's move ahead. The total employment at skill PQR, at skill P, Q and R remained unchanged. It means the total number of employees at this place, they were 120, they remained as such. At Q, they were 150, they remained as such. At R, they were 150, they remained as such. But although these three employments, in these three cases, the total number of employees remained the same, but still we know that there is an increment of 90 employees. So this must have happened either in S or in T or in both of them. Because this anyways 90 employees have increased, so either this must have happened at S or T or both of them. Let's see. If the employment at the skill level S increased by 40%, great. It increased by 40%, it has already been told that. If it increased by 40% from 2010 to 2016, let's see. First of all, what is the 40% of this? The 10% of this would be 15, so 40% would be 60. So what is that we've understood? Out of these 90 increment, 60 increased in S. So what is that we are left with? 30 more. Then the total number of employees in T would be 30 plus 30 is 60. This is the answer. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Very basic question. Very, very basic. Yes, 1.15 into 600. Yes. Let me repeat this once again. What has happened? A pie chart for the year 2010 was given. There were 5%. So this was the bifurcation. We have been told the total number of employees in the year 2010 was 600. Okay. If the total number of employees in the year 2010 was 600, the bifurcation makes it quite easy. The total number of employees in T, P, Q, R and S, because these are 1/4, 1/4, 1. Sir, but it is 25%. So 25% is 1/4. 150, 150, 150. That is very simple. And then in case of P, there are 120 employees. In case of T, there were 30 employees. It has been found that in the year 2016, the total number of employees increased from 600 to 690. That is, the total number of employees increased by 90. This is the increment number. But we have also been told that the total number of employees in P, Q and R remained the same. If the total number of employees at P, Q and R remained the same, there are only two cases. There are only two employments where the employees can increase, and that is S and T. Other than this, we were also told that the total number of employees in S increased by 60. So what is that we are left with? T, this has to increase by 30 such that this 30 plus this 60 can be equals to 90. That's it. Thus the total number of employees in T in the year 2016 would be 6060. See. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear, buddy? These kind of very basic questions you may expect in your exam as well. 2019, man, just 2 years back, 1.5 years back actually. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is it absolutely fine to each and every one of you? Right? I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Shall I proceed further? I don't think that you are exhausted, right? So the next question, I want you people to take a screenshot of this, right? I want you people to take a screenshot of this and try it on your own and post it in the comment box, right? Let me move aside. This particular question was asked in the year 2019 by IIT Madras. It's a very beautiful question. Both these graphs are given. And I really want you people to solve it on your own and you will learn many good things. The graph is about 2001 and 2011 men and women. Do make sure that you solve this question and post it in the comment box. Post the detailed solution. If in case you cannot able to do, just let me know in the next class. I'll tell you how to solve this. Alright, shall I consider that you can do this? Shall I consider, everybody? Great. Shall I consider you can do this question? Right? So I think this is absolutely fine. At least we can try it once. Right? In case if you cannot able to, any which ways I'm going to explain you guys. Don't worry. If you cannot able to, just let me know in tomorrow's class. I'll explain you guys. It's a very nice question. It's about literacy and illiteracy percent. A very nice question. Right? So let's take the next one. I think this is clear to each and every one of you. Is it fine? The next question is also from 2019. Paper was made by IIT Madras. Very nice question. Very nice question. Instead of Ola, they've used the word Ola cabs, you must be aware of. Instead of Ola, they have used the word Mola. Ola is a rival. Ola and Uber. There's a clear-cut rivalry. Who are the two founders of Ola? Anybody? The two guys who are founder of Ola? Ankit Bhatia and Bhavesh Agrawal. So Ankit Bhatia and Bhavesh Agrawal, they have established Ola, but Ola is not registered under the same name. It is registered under ANI Technologies Limited, right? So right now the number of cabs which are driven under Ola tag, if you arrange them one behind another, you can actually cover Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So this is the number of cabs right now registered under Ola. This is quite a huge number, man. For a single generation entrepreneur to become a billionaire is something remarkable, right? So Ola, although started in India, but currently they have expanded their business to India, Australia, New Zealand, these countries. Fine, I think we should start now. Okay, no, it was Mola, M-O-L-A. Where's the name? Oh, don't solve this question. Actually, the two questions got mixed. Don't solve this question. I know the question. What was the question? Okay, fine. Let me tell you the question. This is not the direction of that question. The direction is something else. That actually got mixed. I'll tell you the question. What the question was, let me tell you. The question was, there's a company called Mola, the cab company called Mola, and they have got Pool, Prime and Mini. I'll let you know the question. This was the question. So there's a company called Mola and they have Pool, Prime and Mini, right? In the month of January, they had 170 rides. In the month, just for example, in case of Pool had 170 rides in the month of January. Mini had 110 rides in the month of January. This has got 75 rides in the month of January. Similarly, in the month of February, 320, 120, 180 and like that. And one ride is equals to $1. Oh, sorry, not rupees, dollar. Not rupees, dollar. Yeah. So one ride was equals to $1. That's it. So what has been asked? So we can see that if you add all these numbers, you will actually get the monetary value. The monetary value for what? For Pool. If you add all these numbers, you will get the monetary value for total monetary value for Mini. And similarly, if you add all these numbers, you will get the total monetary value for Prime. So it was asked in terms of Prime, the total percentage out of total the amount of money the Prime is making. This was asked. So we need to add these numbers like 180, 120, 300, 390, 465. So 465 upon rest of the numbers. Is it clear? This was the question which was asked. We can solve this. Is it clear, everybody? If you want, I can take this exact question in the next class. This was the question. I know the question. This was the question which was asked. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to all? I think we can solve this, right? It's once again a very basic percentage based question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes. It's a very basic percentage increment based question, right? Great, absolutely. Confucius long back said the statement. This is what Confucius said. This is what Confucius said. Long back, Confucius said this statement. We have two lives. Wow. Two lives. We have two lives. And the second one begins. We have two lives and the second one begins when we realize we have only one life. We have two lives. The second one begins when we realize we have only one life. And that is called self-actualization. That is called self-realization. That in Hinduism is called epiphany, nirvana, atma sakshatkar, atma ka brahma se milan. That in French is called raison d'etre. When you actually come to know the ultimate meaning of your life, why I have come to this world. If we have a definite span of time, so don't you think, like, why should I settle for mediocrity? If I have only one life, if I have a definite span of life, why should I choose to be mediocre? Why should I choose to be an average person? If I can always become an astoundingly, resoundingly brilliant person. So sir, for that to happen, what should I do? Mr. Jim Rohn said this: start from wherever you are and with whatever you've got. Don't complain. Wherever you are, whatever you've got, just start. Mr. Stephen Covey said, I'm the product of my decisions, not circumstances. I am the product of my decisions, not my circumstances or my situations. One life, play more. One life, leave more. I want people to write in the comment box, one life, leave more. I want people to write in the comment box, one life, leave more. Absolutely, nirvana. One life, leave more. Great. Sir, any of the complement like not read books, will it contain the universal set also in the last? Yeah, of course. See, those people who don't read any books, what is that you've asked? Sir, any of the complement like not read books, will it contain the yes, it will. Anything which is beyond reading books, everything will be there, right? Chalo. Let's proceed further. Let's take a very basic point once. Sir, what kind of basic point do you want us to take? I'll explain that. Right? Now listen to this. Although it's very difficult for us to complete it right now, but whatever we can, we will take that, right? And then we'll continue this. There is something, see, in case of profit loss, mixture allocation, CISI, all these topics are absolutely same. Let us suppose you went to a shop or online shopping, either of the two. In case of online shopping, or you went to a shop and you found a trouser or a jeans, and there's a price tag. There's a price tag. And the price tag says to you that this is of 1,000 rupees. First of all, this 1,000 rupees is called MP, marked price. But I want people to write some more names. MP, marked price. MRP, maximum retail price. Just keep on writing. MP, marked price. MRP, maximum retail price, for the very same thing. Marked price, maximum retail price. Original price. Original price. LIST, list. LIST, list price. Catalog price. These are the names. These are the names for marked price. But we'll be using MP. That's fine. So this person said to you, you asked the person, sir, how much is this for? He said 1,000 rupees. You said, okay, fine. Sir, any offers in this? The person said, yes, sir. We'll give you a discount. Sir, of what percentage? He said, sir, 20%. I want people to write it. Unless mentioned otherwise, discount is always given on marked price. Unless mentioned otherwise, discount is always given on marked price. Write this. Unless given otherwise, discount is always given on marked price. Okay. And this, yeah. Is the audibility fine now? Yeah. Now it is fine. Is it fine? Is it clear? Great. I think it got connected now. Yeah. Now it got connected?
Clear? Right. I think it got connected now.
Right.
Yeah. Now it got connected?
Now fine, yeah. So, the price that was written is called marked price or maximum retail price or original price or catalog price, right? अरे यार क्या है? Yeah. So I think actually there was on Creatrix channel, it might be possible people are facing some problem. I don't know, somehow. Yeah. But I think there is no problem. Yeah, I'll repeat. Don't worry about it. I will repeat anyways. I think the audibility is absolutely fine now. Yeah. So let me repeat this right from the beginning. So this is, there's a trouser. There is a trouser, and you went to the shop. It was written 1000 rupees. This 1000 rupees is actually MRP or maximum retail price, right? This 1000 rupees is MRP, your MP, marked price, or MRP, maximum retail price. You asked the person, sir, is there any discount on this? He said, yes, indeed there is. And he gave you a 20% discount. I told you to write the statement, unless mentioned otherwise. Unless mentioned otherwise, the discount is always given on marked price. Unless mentioned otherwise, the discount is always given on marked price. Is it fine? Great. And after that, this is how you got the selling price. Let us suppose he manufactured or he bought from somewhere at 500 rupees. So now we'll calculate, I want a different color. Now you can calculate profit or loss. Now you can calculate profit or loss. I want to be able to write this. Profit or loss is always calculated with respect to cost price. Profit or loss is always calculated with respect to cost price. Selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100. This is what we write in case of profit percentage or gain percentage, and we write actually the very same thing for loss as well. The only thing, it comes negative. So if you want, you can write it once again, like loss percentage is cost price minus, just because the cost price is more, that is why we write it like this. Otherwise these two things are absolutely same. So here, if you want, you can see 800 rupees minus 500 divided by 500 into 100 percentage. That is, there is a profit of 60%. So here we can see the profit of 60%. Is it clear, buddy? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I have repeated. Is it fine now? I think it is absolutely perfect now, right? Is it clear to each and every one of you guys? Right. I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you, right? Right. Now is it fine? Right? Now is it fine, guys? Now is it fine? Yes. Let's take a very basic example. Now I think it is absolutely fine, right? Let's take a very, very basic example. What is that very basic example? Let's take a very, very basic example. Now is it fine, right? Yeah. Let's take a very basic example. Let us suppose there's a guy A. He bought a bicycle. If you're saying that he bought a bicycle, it means, let's take a very basic example, cost price. And he invested rupees 1080. There's a guy A, he bought the bicycle at, there's a lag. Now is it fine? 1080. There's a guy A, he bought the bicycle at. Now is it fine, everybody? Does it lag? Now is it fine? 1080. Now check this. Is it fine now? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Fine. Now listen to this. Yes. So let's take a very basic example so that you can have a very basic idea of this. So there is a guy A, he bought the bicycle as rupees 1080, and then this guy sold it to B, right? And then this guy sold it to B. Now fine. And then this guy sold it to B. Okay. When this guy sold it to B, he booked a loss of 20%. It means selling price of A. He booked a loss of, what is it, 20%. So 1080, because this guy booked a loss of 20%. This is what has happened. Now I think it is absolutely fine, right? Now it is absolutely fine. So when this guy sold this bicycle to B, he booked the loss of 20%, right? Because he booked a loss of 20%, basically this guy sold it at this price 864. And it means this guy B bought at a price of 864. So cost price of B was 864. Very basic point I have taken, right? But then B saw that the condition of the bicycle is not up to the mark, so he invested 36 rupees more. But still, anyways, he has invested, so that comes under cost price. So now overall this bicycle cost him 900 rupees, right? I think it is fine now. My question to you is, if this guy sold, this guy, it means this guy B sold this bicycle to C at a profit of 20%. At a profit of 20%. So tell me, what is the selling price of B? If he sold at a profit of 20%, what is the selling price for B? Right? What is the selling price for B? Very basic point, very basic elementary level point. If he sold the same bicycle to C at a profit of 20%, so what is the selling price for B? Very basic point, don't miss this. That is 900 into 1.2. So ultimately 1080, which means that the cost price, the price at which C bought the bicycle is 1080. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Absolutely. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes, well done. Let's take another basic point to understand profit percentage, gain percentage. Let's take this example as well. There is a guy called Anil. What this guy has done? This is what he has done. He bought, it means cost price. He bought, it means cost price. He bought 8 lemons for 6 rupees. It means what is the cost price for 1 lemon? Obviously it is 6 by 8, right? And if I'm saying that if this guy sold these lemon, he bought 8 for 1 rupee. I'm sorry, I've written 6. I'm sorry. Instead, I said 1, but I've written 6. I said he has bought this. Yeah, now it is fine. If this guy bought 8 lemon for a rupee and sold 6 lemon for a rupee. If this guy sold 6 lemon for a rupee, then first of all tell me whether there is a profit or loss, and whatever that is, it is of what percentage. First of all tell me whether there is profit or loss, and whatever that is, it is of what percentage. Go ahead, make it fast please. If there is this guy Anil there is this guy Anil who bought 8 lemon for a rupee and sold 6 lemon for a rupee. So first thing, and sold 6 lemon for a rupee. The first thing, whether there is profit or loss, and what's the magnitude of profit or loss. Yes, of course 1 by 8, this is 1 by 6. So selling price minus cost price upon cost price. Very basic point, right? 100%. What is the selling price? The selling price is 1 by 6. What is the cost price? 1 by 8, and this is 1 by 8. So we can see that there is a profit of 33.33%. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Not 66, 33.33%. Now is it fine? A very basic small point question to you guys. You went to a shop and the shopkeeper said, sir, there is a discount. What kind of discount? There is a discount of 20%. Okay. Sir, 20% followed by 10%. Okay. 20% followed by 10% followed by 50%. If this is the case and you went to the shop you had 100 rupees. If this guy gave 20% discount, what would be the amount you end up paying? 100 rupees with these kind of two discounts, what is the amount you end up paying? This is the 100 rupees, and then there is a discount of 20%, 10% and 50%. What is the amount that you end up paying? Go ahead, make it fast. Take 10 seconds for each and find the answer. What is the answer? Make it fast, guys. Make it fast, quick, please. Yes. All three. I want all three answers. I want all three answers. Nice. Absolutely. If there is a discount of 20%, the meaning of this, now it is worth 100 into 0.8, that is now it is costing you 80 rupees. Fabulous. If the discount is 80 at 20%, then 10%, so now it is costing you guys 72 rupees. Fantastic. The discount is 20%, so 0.8, now it is costing you 0.8 into 0.9 into 0.5. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes. So 8 into 9 is 72, half of that is 36. So ultimately now it is costing you 36 rupees. So earlier what was at 100 rupees, it has actually costed you 80, 72 and 36 rupees. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, guys? Before winding up the class, one question exactly similar to this, but the presentation is slightly different. Listen to this. You may have come across this kind of question. Another important pattern. Listen to this. There's a shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper sold 4040 pencils, and he found that he made a profit which is equivalent to cost price of 10 pencils. Let's do one thing. Let's make different cases of this. Let's make different cases. Sir, what kind of cases? I'll be taking 2 cases for profit and 2 cases for loss. Listen to this. This will be the last question of the day, and make sure you listen to this very, very carefully. Let's consider profit. Let's consider profit. And after that, let's consider loss. There's a shopkeeper who sold 4040 pencils, and he made a profit which is as good as cost price of 10 pencils or selling price of 10 pencils. These will be the 2 cases we're going to take. When the shopkeeper sold 40 pencils, he found that he made a loss which is as good as cost price of 10 pencils, in this case selling price of 10 pencils. Right? Let's take these examples. Now listen to this. Even before starting these kind of questions, listen to this very, very important question. The moment you say profit, it automatically means selling price must be greater than cost price. Very basic, very elementary level point. The moment you say profit, selling price must be greater than cost price. The moment you said loss, the moment you say you booked loss, cost price must be greater than selling price. The moment you said you booked loss, cost price must be greater than selling price. It's just like a game. What is that you did? We have taken 4 cases. You have sold 4040 pencils. You have sold 4040 pencils. You have sold 4040 pencils. But what happened after this? In these 2 cases, you made profit. Like what kind of profit? You made a profit which was as good as 10 pencils cost price, 10 pencils selling price. You made a loss which was as good as 10 pencils cost price, 10 pencils selling price. This is not at all a bad idea. Is it clear to each and every one of you? The moment someone says profit, selling price has to be greater than cost price. The moment someone says loss, cost price has to be greater than selling price. Now, even after this, just look at this very basic, very elementary level of things. So this means 4040 selling price is equals to 50 cost price. Just to keep the calculation very, very easy, let's take it 1. So is it mandatory to take 1? No, it's not mandatory. Sir, can I take 2? You can take root 37. What do you have to solve? You can take 343 root over 5 to the 4th power of all these things, but you have to solve. We are taking 1 just to make the question easy. That is it, right? It is not mandatory to solve, but if you want, you can. So selling price would be 50 by 40, that is 1.54. And we had enough discussion on this. 1.25, it means there is a profit of 25%. That's it. Here in this case, there is 30 selling price is equals to 40 cost price. Just to make the calculation easy, let's take it 1. It means selling price would be 1.33. That is, there is a clear-cut profit of 33.33%. What was the question? When a shopkeeper sold 4040 pencils, he found that he made a profit of 10. He made a profit of 10 pencils. He gained the cost price of 10 pencils. He gained the selling price of 10 pencils. Fine, fabulous. Let's take the other one. When this guy is making loss. Okay. So 4040 selling price is equals to 3030 cost price. Let's take this as 1. So selling price is equals to 3 by 4. That is 0.75. That is, this guy made a loss of 25%. Let's take the last one. Here in this case, 5050 selling price is 4040 cost price. Just to make the calculation easy, let's take this one. And therefore, the selling price is equals to 4 by 5, and that is 0.8. There is a loss of 20%. Is it clear to each and every one of you? This is a very, very good point. Is it clear to each and every one of you? I think it is, right? It is indeed clear to each and every one of you. I think you have understood these points. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right. So when a shopkeeper sold 4040 pencils, what he found? So after selling 4040 pencils, he found that he gains the selling price of 10 pencils. He gained the cost price of 10 pencils. So what is the profit percentage? He gained the selling price of 10 pencils. So what is the profit percentage? Here in this case, he sold 40 pencils, then he found that he lost the cost price of 10 pencils, he lost the selling price of 10 pencils. So what is the profit and loss percentage? I want you people to solve the very same question. But instead of 40 pencils, this is what you will do, right? So the story would be this. I want you people to solve this, not right now, you can solve it later and post in the comment box. So after selling 5050 pencils, the shopkeeper found that he made a profit. After selling 50 pencils, he found that he made a profit of what? Cost price of 20 pencils, selling price of 20 pencils. Loss. Cost price of 20 pencils and selling price of 20 pencils. And you need to find the profit percentage. After selling 5050 pencils, the shopkeeper found this. Is it clear to each and every one of you? The last question which I have taken, this pattern hasn't been asked yet in your exam, and that is why from my side put up a double star. This question is very easy, but just because they have never asked this question, this particular pattern from my side, it's very, very important for you guys. Right? I will walk till death. No, you should stop before that. We have many more things to do. Okay, Saurabh. We should stop and we should start solving this question. So is it clear to each and every one of you? So a shopkeeper sold 5050 pencil, and he found that he made a profit of cost price of 20 pencils and selling price of 20 pencils. Right? And like this. We were discussing profit loss. All of a sudden, from nowhere, you said you will walk till your death. Is it clear to each and every one of you? But that's a good one, right? on a very lighter note, right? I was not saying anything to humiliate you. Don't worry about that, right? On a very lighter note, you guys are already, doing your bit. You guys are already, probably you're feeling exhausted. So just to lighten up you guys a bit, I will discuss, don't worry. I will discuss mixture ligation. Still we are left with a few more concepts in this. We are left with mixture ligation concept. We are left with one more concept in profit loss, and then mixture ligation concept, and then CISI concept as well. Right? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Whatever we have discussed, is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Right. So that is it for the day. Just to complete Saurabh's statement, what Saurabh said. Saurabh, you can write this. If you're not willing to risk the usual, you have to settle for the ordinary. Just to continue what the guy said. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you have to settle for the ordinary. This is not my statement. This is Mr. Jim Rohn's, the great Jim Rohn's statement. I want people to write this. If you want, you can write this. If you're not willing to risk the usual, you have to settle for the ordinary. And not just this. This is what he said. I told you at the beginning as well. Wherever you are, be there. Whatever resources you have, make the most of it. Right? So we'll meet in the next class. And do make sure that you are present at the class which I'm going to take on Unacademy app from 4 hours now. I'll be starting the class at 2. So that will be a 2 hours duration class from 2 to 4. The name of the session is the best of GATE aptitude. I'll be taking 2 hours today, tomorrow, and day after that. That is all in all, I'll be taking 6 hours. To all those people who are genuine aspirants, they should attend the session. I'll be taking some good quality questions which are already asked, or I believe the concept can be asked or the question can be asked, and we'll be discussing the strategy for the 2021 paper as well. Right? I think we should call it a day. Before leaving the class, I want you people to write at the end, I own my story. Please write it at the end, I own my story. We need to take full accountability and full responsibility of our life. If it is to be, it's up to me. I have to have a better life. I have to take decisions and I have to follow the daily disciplines. I own my story, and with this, let's finish today's class. See you then. So I'll meet you guys at 2 p.m. on Unacademy app and late evening at 10 p.m. on YouTube as well. Fine. See you then. Bye everybody. Take care. Jai Hind.